George Corso. I'm from the Body Bell Method. A little background on the Body Bell Method is that, well, a little bit background on me. Kind of known as the Kettlebell King. If you go to kettlebellking.com, that goes right to me. I've been doing kettlebells for about 20 years now. I trained with the guy who brought it here from Russia, Pavel Tatsaline. Trained with him for a number of years, was on his instructor team. So I've had the opportunity to have some very, very high-level instruction, so I'll pass it on to you guys. And I'm also a long-time martial artist. I've black belts in 4 systems of martial arts: Taekwondo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Aikido Jiu-Jitsu, Bondo, or left leg, you may qualify. And I've been in the field for quite a long time. I'm a college professor, and I've written 4 books, actually 5, but the 5th one is coming out in October 27th. But you're doing pre-orders now. You know the Books for Dummies? Yeah, I wrote one for the Books for Dummies on managing back pain. I enlisted a good friend of mine. He's a neurosurgeon, Dr. Pat Roth. Also the author of The End of Back Pain, which he used my exercise in the book. He's one of my clients. And so we do a lot of work together. And the book is pretty cool. Anyway, I have exercise snacks too, which dropped in January. It's fitness 5 minutes at a time. And I was just actually on a national news show a couple weeks ago talking about it's not for 10.5 minutes to give you a nice spot. And it'll be there's 55 workouts that you can do in a small area, 6x6 with little to no equipment. And, because look, most of you trainers, right? And what's the biggest objection people have? I don't have time. Hey, 5 minutes, get to work. So Body Bell Method, what it does, covers all of our bases, right? Our 5 components of fitness. What we get to get our muscular fitness, strength, endurance, and power. Okay? We hit on the cardiovascular aspect, and we're not doing too many ballistics in here today. We did that earlier section, but you start banging some kettlebell swings and snatches. You tell me the cardiovascular system is important. You have a thing called are you familiar with the VO2 Max with the kettlebell? Yeah, I have some video tutorials on that too. It's excellent. Definitely don't do it at the beginning of the workout. Do it at the end because you'll be fine. 15 seconds one side, 15 the other, 15 rest, and then keep doing that. And check your pulse before and then after your session. It works great. Flexibility and mobility. When you're moving with a bell, that the mobility aspects that you have with the kettlebell are, I feel, unmatched. And this guy's got ridiculous mobility. I can dig a hole for him when he stretches. So, but being able to move through your motion, have your proper alignment, it just helps you with your strength and everyday living. Body composition, when you're, the thermogenetic effects of kettlebell training helps you to burn that fat. So it's going to help you with that body composition as well. Neuromuscular fitness. There's a mind-body connection here because of the proprioception, like footwear. Like notice what I'm wearing. Generally, I go barefoot, but I either wear these or wrestling shoes because I want that contact with the ground. I want to take advantage of that proprioception. So I want to be rooted with the ground. And of course, we're doing a lot of balance movements as well. So all those areas are hit. And the cool thing about this is that, there's very little equipment required. So I look at it as like a minimalist approach to strength and fitness. So when we have this minimalist approach, if you're looking at it, right, what do you really need? If you do our whole system, you can use, if you have a pull-up push-up station, right? Kettlebells, jump rope, and a staff, and you're all set. So, don't need much. We have a bunch of accreditations. So there's actually more personal training organizations that accept the learning credits. In addition to that, this year we got registered with the New Jersey Board of Physical Therapy. So if you're a physical therapist, doctor, or PT, you can get credits for taking this course. And we recently just got certified by ICE, not the border agents. No. It's the Institute for Continuing Education. So chiropractors also get continuing education credits from us. It's unique. There's not, I don't know of any other ones that have that designation. Because it is quite an arduous process to get that. So we're talking about the hidden core. When you say core, what comes to mind, right? Here, right? I think of six-pack abs, right? But core is much more than that. It's this whole trunk area. You have to think about what are those support muscles, right? You have the erector spinae, those are the support muscles that align the spine, go all the way up and down. Then you have the multifidi, and they connect 2 to 3 vertebrae, right? Those are support muscles. So we have to have these excellent support muscles in place. So one of the things I found was very interesting, discovered years ago, was that if you squeeze your rhomboids, and you go like this, you keep your low back straight. You have to think about it. I have to go like this. I have to focus on bending that. But if I'm squeezing those rhomboids, right, pack the shoulders, engage the lats, tighten the butt, tighten the gut, creating that cylinder of power. That cylinder of power is able to handle loads, right? Because if I'm putting a load on something, I'm walking here, what's going to happen? Nothing good. Okay? So we want to have that hidden core strong. That hidden core is the whole thing, not just the abs. So you work on the front and the back. And you were talking about, George, can you borrow it? Okay. Talking about accessing the posterior chain, right? This is the posterior chain. From here all the way to the heel. Most people don't pay attention to that, right? Especially, in the United States, we're so focused on like what's in front of us, right? So we don't really think about that, but that's where everything comes from. The most powerful muscles in your lower body are your glutes, not your quads. The most powerful muscles in your upper body, not your pecs, your lats. You want to really load those lats up. How many people are here of people hurting their lats, injuring their lats? I mean, the only other guy I know that hurt his lat was he was blown up with an IED. He was in the he was in the army, and that's the only guy I know really wrecked his lat. Other than that, like training, it's very, very rare to do that because the lat muscle is a very large muscle. It can take a heavy weight. So, like I was talking about before, we want to have that neutral spine. That neutral spine is critical to our performance of these exercises. And we want to keep the shoulders packed and the lats engaged. We want to squeeze those rhomboids together. Tighten the butt, tighten the gut. And that has just created our cylinder of power. And we're going to do some exercises that are going to help with that.
Wait.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, you don't have to do that. I can just ask you to make it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just enjoy it, take some notes, whatever. This stuff is all available. All you gotta do is hit me up. Another thing too, if you go into my URLs, if you go into the barbell method, you can get a free kettlebell manual download. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah. So, you're awesome.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Kettlebell safety, guys. Kettlebell safety. Always be conscious of where you are. Okay. Is there someone in front of me? My target beyond, right? So if that kettlebell goes, what could I destroy in front of me? Other thing is, when you're training, never train with the kettlebell behind you. Why? We fail backwards. You want to fail backwards. So if I'm doing a rep, and it goes bad, I have to drop the kettlebell. I fail like this, and now I just back my head to it. Okay? So never have anything behind you. Always fail backwards. The kettlebell's not going to break. It's going to be fine. You will break. Get away from it. How often does it happen? Rarely. But if it does, you want to fail backwards. And again, don't be afraid, like I just said before, don't be afraid of abandoning a rep. So, rooting with the floor. Like I was talking about before with the feet, the proprioception. You want to root with the floor. That's where we get our power from. Right? Anybody do martial arts here? In martial arts? It's obviously root with the floor, get your power from there, right? That's another reason why a lot of martial artists like kettlebell training, because it mimics real life. And you have rooting with the floor, that the power that you're driving from, bang, getting into your movements. Good. All right. So, enough hearing me talk, let's do something, all right? So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand up. You probably wanna, if you have like a high shoe, you probably wanna kick that off. You know, if there's a grade to the shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Yeah, take it off.
Okay.
You're always better, but yeah, go for a size.
And then find a spot on the shoe that you like. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the ground up. So what do I mean by that? We're going to access all the different joints, get them warmed up and prepared. Okay? So if you look at the human body, every other joint favors either stability or mobility, right? What do our feet favor? Stability. What do our feet favor? Stability, right? How about the ankles? Mobility, right? How about the knees? Stability. How about the hips? Mobility. How about the lumbar spine? Stability. How about thoracic? Mobility. How about the scapular region? Stability. Glenohumeral joint, shoulders. Mobility. Neck. Mobility. How about the head? Stability, but a lot of people don't have that, so. So, we want to access those joints, and you want to make sure. Oh, I didn't do this. Elbows, stability, right, and wrists, mobility. So you notice every other joint either favors mobility or stability, right? So sometimes you'll have a problem if, let's say, your knee bothers you. You may have an ankle problem, or a hip problem, or maybe both. Or if you have a knee problem, you may be hurting your hip. So, and also that goes with the lumbar spine too. So you want to make sure that you have your full range of motion, full mobility where you need it, and stability where you need it. So we're going to start from the ground up here. So I plant my foot into the floor, and I roll my ankle. Now I try not to move my knee a lot. I try to take it mostly into the ankle. Have you ever had a client that really couldn't squat? They couldn't get down deep enough, right? Did you ever check their ankles? Sometimes it's an ankle mobility issue. They just can't do it. Change the other way. The things that I'm showing you today, like if you're in the session this morning, these are things I do every day. There's a reason for that. I want to be able to move. Other foot out and move. So you want to actually plant your foot. Yeah, plant the ball of foot in the ground. Right. Plant that ball of foot and move. Now we're going to do inversion, eversion. So roll it in, roll it out. Again, take it mostly in the ankle, not the knee. I want to take it mostly in the ankle. Roll. Roll it in, roll it out. Roll it in, roll it out. Nice. This is kind of a cool stretch called the talus stretch. So what we're doing here is we're putting our foot here, and I don't want to do this. You don't want to let your heel kick out to the side. What we're doing is keeping it straight. So I have my hip, my knee, and my foot in one straight line. I bend this and I drop into it. Stretch that talus. If you don't feel it, I'd be surprised. Good. See the other side? And stretch. Gotta take care of the feet. We expect a lot of them. We don't really help them too much. Good. Now, we do want to warm up our knees, even though they want stability. So you don't do a big circle, and you don't put your hands on your knees. Keep them up here on the thigh. And it's a small circle, very small circle. And I have some measure of tension here. Like I have a little tension in my quads right now. And the other way. So we're going to take it out. Now, up to the hips. One thing I want to warn you about this. Don't look at anybody's eyes when you do it because it's kind of creepy. Just like that. So we're going to hit all four directions.
Unless you brought your dollars with you.
Yeah, right. My kind of girl. Good, and change. Oh, we have that rule in jiu-jitsu too. You just, when you're rolling, just don't look in another person's eyes. It's just weird. Just don't. Good. And now we're going to come from here. I call these a standing zombie. Like a zombie. And I'm gonna be strong from here down, but up here I'm gonna be loose, just completely relaxed. And exhale. And roll. You guys liking this? Yeah. Now you know why I do it every day? Right. Whoa.
Do we switch yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
And now switch. The timing was almost impeccable. I generally do about 5 rotations each side. Excellent. Good. So now we're going to do big circles, open up wide, and then bring the back of the wrists together and roll. And open wide and roll. Open and roll. And roll. Good, away and excellent. Okay, so now we're going to pin our arms to our sides and we're going to put our money in the pocket. Put the money in the pocket. Put the money in the pocket. Keep those shoulders back. Put the money in the pocket. Uh-oh. End of the month, bills came. Take the money out. It's gone. I said, I have an acquaintance with money. Boom, boom. Where'd it go?
You have kids, you have no money.
Oh. Good. Now, thumb in the back, hand at shoulder height. Flip it right, please. Okay, there you go. And elbow locked. You want to have it try it? Can you lock that elbow? Can you lock that elbow a little better for me? And stretch down the other way. Good, excellent. All the way through here. I'm gonna give that all, and get that stretch all the way through the elbow. And then other hand, palms up.
I have a question on this.
Yes.
I have both rotator cuffs torn, so when I
Okay.
internally rotate, this hurts, but when I do it this way, it doesn't. What's the difference?
Did you have it repaired?
No.
Okay, no.
I was a gymnast and cheerleader. I'm never gonna have surgery. It's been like 30 years.
Okay.
It's too late at this point.
Actually, it's not, because I just had mine done.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
I
I just do
30
things
years.
into trying to irritate it.
I had a torn label for 30 years. And I found a rotator cuff.
Yeah, I'm just not doing surgery. So is there a difference between this
Yes.
and
Yeah,
this?
so if it gives you pain, don't do it. Look, there's a difference between obviously, being uncomfortable and being in pain. If you're doing any exercise, and I'm glad you brought that up too, if you feel in pain doing any exercise that we're doing, stop. Let me know, and then you do what you're able to do. Okay? So one of the things you want to do is also when you're packing those shoulders and engaging those lats, it's going to help relieve a lot of that pain. Now grab your wrists, chest tall, and back and forth. You do not want to make a full circle with your neck. You want to go back and forth. It's not good for the cervical spine to go all the way around like that. Good, now down and back.
Keeping the same wrist.
Yes, yes, you can change if you want, but.
Part of the exercise is pulling the wrist.
And now look side to side. Ear to ear. Really ear to shoulder. and down and back. We can do this shit, really? Now, here's something else I do every day. I'm gonna ask you a question. How many people work their necks? Work their necks. Very few people work their necks. My question is why?
Don't think about it. I mean, when you mean aside from this, you mean like this exercise?
Well, we're gonna do another one. We're gonna do
And
a
stretch our
intense
necks,
one.
we don't work our necks.
Yeah, you should work your necks. Okay? You have to remember, that's part of your spine, right? That's the C-spine. That's part of your spine. You should be working those muscles. Those muscles extend all the way up. They don't stop here.
For some people.
For some people, a lot of stuff stops here, but we're not gonna go there. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna tilt our heads all the way back. We're gonna apply counter pressure. This is part of dynamic tension. And we're gonna move through the full range of motion while applying tension. Okay? So tilt the head back and push forward, count 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now when your chin is down here, put the hands on the back of the head, go in the opposite direction, go all the way back and go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And now we're going to tilt our heads to the side here. Now it's important that you don't twist your head at all, but you keep it in the same plane. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I always find it better to push against as opposed to pull. Yeah. And here, and going the other way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now these are exercises that you can easily do. There's other ones you do if you're driving. Push your head against the headrest for counts of 10. That helps. The stretching of these four-way neck, it's really simple to do. Simple to put into your routine.
I feel like if we stop now, I'll sleep good.
Sorry? Sorry, I'm gonna wake you up again. Sorry. Okay. So, all right, so we're talking about the posterior chain, right? We have to focus on our lats. That's one of the areas we want to work. And I actually recommend rowing in this particular fashion. You ever see people at the gym? Right, like they're starting a lawnmower, right? Yeah, it's not good for you. There's a lot of, actually, I have a whole series out on my YouTube channel. Your bench press is BS. Your squat sucks. Your row is ridiculous. Your deadlift is dumb.
You do everything too fast.
And your press doesn't impress you. So I have a whole series on that. What I do is I give alternative movements to these standard exercises. And look, I was a competitive powerlifter. I was an elite level powerlifter, and I also won bodybuilding contests. But I haven't really done this stuff for 20 years. I've been doing kettlebells and bodyweight, and it helped me dramatically. Right, after I was doing kettlebells for 5 years, I went into and I'm sorry, boy, people heard this, but I went to a competition for jiu-jitsu, Battle of the Beach, very, very big competition, and I had 5 fights in one day, and at 45 years old, I was 48. Got in the finals, was 25, and I had 5 fights one day, 48 years old. Nobody scored a point on me, and I obviously won the levels, and I got the belt and everything. It was pretty cool. But honestly, 5 years prior to that, I don't think I could have done it. Because I was banged up from all the combat sports, all the heavy lifting, all that kind of stuff. But the mobility and strength through movement that I got from this stuff was just incredible. I'm like, I gotta spread the word around about this. And I've been able to help a lot of people. Like you said, live better longer. That's what my goal is, help people live better longer. So, let's talk about this row. So, I don't use a bench. They're nice benches, if you want a bench, but we don't need it. Let your body be your bench. Okay? So, when I'm here, okay, this row shows single bell row here. See that? My neutral spine, right? Keeping that neutral spine. There's no rounding at all. Don't want to round. I'm going to frame up here, so I have like a 90-degree frame here. Now, when I pick this bell up, what I'm going to do, I suggest that everybody starts like this. And set. Why? Why? Because it's tough to do that from here. See, I'm already out of position. And then I gotta get myself in the position with a weight in my hand. It's kind of tough. It's better to set your shoulder here, right? So, my shoulder's set. Pack the shoulder, engage the lat. Now, I hip hinge, pull myself down. I frame up. I bring it into the space right between my rib and my floating rib and my hip. And I bring it down. Now, why do I not do this? Why? I just release the lat, right? Guess where that's, I'm putting myself in a bad position. Look, if I'm wrestling and I shoot someone's leg and I'm extended, what's gonna happen to me? Nothing good, right? I'm gonna get cranked on. What if I throw a punch and my arm is out? My shoulder's gone, right? If I'm tackling someone, no, nothing good is gonna happen here. Why train in that area? If you're up on the rings and your shoulder comes out, what's gonna happen? It's gonna, you'll just be hanging there, right? So, this is the same thing. We want to engage those lats, right? So, packed, boom, boom, here. And I row. My lat is engaged the whole time. If you touch the ground here, no. I want to create this stable. Hello? I want to create this stable position. Okay? Now, when you get better at it, then you don't even need to frame, because you're going to frame, right? But if you start out like this, go ahead. But don't do this, because now I'm up too high. I want to be here, frame up here on the elbow, and I roll. Now, I take a hook grip. Okay? It makes you focus on the lat a little bit more. Okay? So we have the single arm row. It's nice to go to sleep, doesn't it? And what we do is we'll pair up. Okay. Some of these belts, there's some nice size belts here. Definitely feel free to use those, or some of the bigger ones, or some of the smaller ones in the back. And we're going to coach each other. Let's do 5 repetitions, single bell row each side. Now, I'll show you another way to do them too. You have the staggered stance that I just showed, right? Here's a stagger. They also have a square stance. I'll show you a bunch of rows though. We're going to keep that back strong. Why? That's part of the hidden core. Okay? Guys, remember I'm a coach, so I'm figuring what are we going to do? We're going to clap. 1, 2, 3. Nice. All right.
You go with that, I'm gonna like.
Oh, man. It's 30, it's 30.
Which one? Yeah. I think I'm a spot. I think that's fine. It might be a little heavy if you can't get there. Yeah, you want to touch.
You can just like turn out.
Yep, so, get a bit of a line. Yeah, right, so I think basically like chair, about 70% away from it.
You two can go together.
Hi, Brenda.
So what happens
Usually one person. Okay, now, somebody grab the shoulder, grab here, go ahead, come down, pull the shoulder down. Now hip hinge right there. Feel that? It's engaged now, that's what you want. Yes. Yes, extend it, but keep it packed, and then bring it into that head. Hold it there for a second, don't be in a rush. It's good, good. Extend, lock the tricep at the bottom, lock it, and then pull it all the way in. Yes. Try to keep those shoulders still as possible. Twist a little bit more if you can. A little more bicep moves, or turn your palm a little bit more. So the nice things are good enough. Yes. And chest down deep.
right, you don't hurt the other way.
Yes. And roll your shoulder back, flex it up, right, I'll keep that, keep that. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, back when I have some here, it's quite short.
So my thing is,
I told him, look. Yeah. Some guys allow me
Faces backwards, My flexors are killing me just standing up there.
Oh, is that right?
Forget about my arms. I'm doing it right here, just holding it down.
Just need to take that position with the legs.
Right, and then I'll pack it back first. And then good. Just to get that extension. I think the other one, yeah.
Oh, is that right? Did you get something wrong with the? No,
into your grab box.
I feel a lot more doing it that proper way than the way you always do it. Yes.
So just bend that back leg more, less of a jousting kind of stance, right? So it's more here, so not more on the line, it's not this either, right? We want to be here, right? So it's more like.
Is the back heel up or down?
Your back heel will be down, and the back heel comes slightly up a little bit, and it's more like where the pressure on the foot is. Like this one's flat, this one, the pressure's more from here to here. So it will slightly come up a little bit. So just like hover.
Yeah, that feels better.
And like a little bit wider, you won't get in the way. So when you step out with your foot, right,
Oh, okay.
come down.
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so now you're slowing.
I mean, yeah, we're using more rows and no, you'll get more from So, I showed these square lines, right? I'm gonna show a couple of different versions. One of them's like pretty tough. Good. Not gonna lie, it's pretty tough. Let me just- Okay, so, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do dual belt, okay? On dual belt, we have a couple different iterations, okay? First one, probably the easiest one here. Pack my shoulders, boom, hip hinge. See where my arms are? Row, Now the handles, you want the handles of the bell to pass your knee. Keep the shoulders packed. That is the wide dual bell row. Feet apart, right wide. Now we have one put our feet close together. A little more difficult. See, if I'm not bent forward enough, I won't be able to do it, right? But you want to maintain that neutral spine the whole time. Neutral spine all the time, right? So, right here. Shoulders are packed, lats engaged. Here's another one. This is called an alternating row. Now, there's two versions of the alternating row. I'll show you the easier one first. I usually do the alternating rows with my feet apart. So, alternating row. Right? Now, this is called the static alternating row. Hold it up here. Pause. 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 Yeah. Pause. There is no rest in that one. So you're static and you're moving from there. This one is called the renegade row. Have you guys seen that one? Renegade row? So watch. So renegade rows, it's really a core exercise, more than a lat exercise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, watch my shoulders and hips. Watch how still they stay. See, they're in the same plane. Stay in the same plane the whole time. Want to get real gitchy? Do a gladiator press.
Okay.
Now shape.
Just,
Right here.
But your foot placement helps you with that.
Yes, if you're wider, like if I want to get real tough,
Yeah.
up the way.
Oh, that's awful.
So we have a couple different row variations. Just go over them real quick again. Names. We have the dual bell row wide, right? Dual bell row narrow. Alternating row. We have the alternating static row. And then we have the renegade row. So you got some things to play with. We're going to come around and help you with it. Okay? Any questions on those on the onset?
yes,
Yeah, yes.
yes, of
Yes.
course, I always have. So is it just basically more for the variety of rows, and just to keep it mixed up? Because I'm just wondering where, if it attacks some things differently entirely.
Yes and no.
Yes and no?
Yeah, okay, yes, because I like to get a variety. No,
Yeah.
because it does hit you a little bit differently. When I have my feet wide here, I'm in a different position, okay? It requires less balance.
Yeah.
When I'm here, I am requiring more balance in my body, okay? And then the alternating, where we're using one arm and not the other one. And then the static, you keep them both locked in, so it's a different effect.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the renegade is completely different.
Yeah, plus then you're also adding the proprioceptive aspect.
Yeah. So each of them has a little bit different effect.
Finesse.
All right, guys, ready to have some fun?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So guys, one more thing with the renegade row, and I have a lot of clients who have this issue, and you might deal with this
Guys, look up
with the renegade row, avoid this.
Quietly.
Yeah, guys, listen.
Avoid this, that flat foot, people will do this, right? You have to have that nice forward lean over the bell, so when you pick it up, my heels should be here and not here, definitely here.
That's a pike when you go the other way. You want a plank, not a pike. Okay? No pike, only plank. On three, go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you must clap first. Nothing more exciting. You're gonna sound it.
Yeah, these are
Well, we can go.
You said the
I
class.
teach because I have
I was having.
The rest of the part of it,
I was just having to do rows. Or just.
Do you want these?
So you can-
So you have nice rotation, the shoulder.
So what's it, was probably gonna be easier to do is to grab them and then stand.
Swing over a little bit more.
Then there you go, go from there.
Lean over a little more, so we want to be less here, more here. Things like that and a lot of clock, right? So you want clock by the middle of the floor. You want non-clock.
I don't think that hard.
Oh, when you want to have them closer together.
Closer together?
Yeah, have them.
Just tell me.
Because it's only gonna-
I know, I was gonna
This
bring
would
my.
be bad.
No, I was saying.
Those 15s are catching up with me. They look like they're okay. 8 reps later.
So I have to.
Okay, team. Real quick, team. Here's something I'm noticing. So whenever I notice something, I stop the action. So when we're doing the renegade row, okay, you want to make sure that you're putting a lot of pressure into opposite hand, opposite foot. What do I mean by that? So when I'm here, if I'm gonna lift this bell, I'm gonna put a lot of pressure here and a lot of pressure here. So I just tighten those up. Okay? Now when I do the same thing here, I go here, here. That's what's gonna keep me still. As soon as we do this, guess what? We lost it. Okay? You lost it. And you know what? If you're not ready for it, it doesn't make you a bad person. Okay?
You're still staying in like a plank, but
Stay a plank
plank
the whole
here.
time. Plank the whole time. Now, if you can't do renegade row, how do you get better at it? Start here. Okay? And then do your regular rows. So you develop the strength on both ends there. And then there's also other regressions here. Say, hey, I can only do one side. Maybe you want to start off like this. Here, if you want the wrist strength to hold up yourself up on the bell, you can do that as a regression. Okay. So, but the thing is, you don't want to pike at all. If you pike, police yourself. Say, hey, no, you gotta get that butt down. So just think, if you're abiding by the rule, tighten the butt, tighten the gut, you won't be able to do it. So if I keep my butt tight here, right? My butt is super tight right now. Right? Right. Back to work. Back to work. 1, 2, 3. Say something funny and I missed it. So, see how you loosen the body a little bit? Hunger now. Hunger. Tight, tight, tight. Yeah, breathe into it. Right, yeah. You want
I don't feel like my body's enough, maybe, but.
Keep that up there. Tight, right there. Hold right there.
This is, I think this is worked out.
So I can't have anything. I don't want myself. Something too? What are you crazy?
I'm training for a month.
I don't think I've done something for myself at least.
I love your
What am I
screen.
done with?
I know what you're
Can I
saying.
start with this?
There you go. Training for it. Yeah, pull ups with 2 rotator
So, come Alright, so 3 fly. So, when you're doing that, right, this one, all the way
And then put it on the ground.
Hey, oh, nice, good, good, keep tight, good work,
We already had a meeting about
Good, okay, everyone getting the idea? I don't expect to be experts, that's intended. So, the next exercise, talking about the core, the hidden core, we're going to do the mother of all kettlebell exercises, the Turkish get-up. Yes. So, I'm going to show a complete Turkish get-up. Then I'm also going to demonstrate a move called the get-up sit-up, which some people are only going to be able to do that, like maybe in their life. Although I do have a 74-year-old client who is doing a full Turkish get-up. He is so psyched. He's like bragging to all his kids and everything. You're doing a Turkish get-up? I'm actually about to up him in weight now because he's getting pretty darn good at it. I'll show you Turkish get-up, and some people are going to be able to do it right away. Some people may not. And then I'll show the get-up sit-up. Okay? Get-up sit-up is a great exercise in and of itself. So here's Turkish get-up. And the thing is, you never want to do these fast. You don't do it for reps and time. It's not designed for that. You want to have strength in every single position. So, and whether I'm using this 30-pound one or if I'm using a 100-pound one, my get-up looks the same. Do you see that guy doing a 250-pound kettlebell? No,
Barbell.
Barbell.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a kettlebell, it's 250 pounds.
No, we did it with a barbell, which is like, did you see that?
Yeah, it's
Oh, my-
was it AI generated?
No, this is real.
That's always possible now. No,
This is real. I'm like, wow, impressive. So, right here, fetal position, I use this hand, I pull it into position. I press up. See my knuckles? They're toward the ceiling. Some people are going to feel uncomfortable there because of the wrist. But, do you like that watch? Brendan, you like that watch?
You're gonna
No,
smash
do you
it.
like it?
Oh, take it off?
It's not going to last.
Good tip.
Kettlebell and watch, kettlebell win. So I have my wrist straight, my wrist is locked, my elbow is locked, my shoulder's packed. Now ideally, theoretically, this foot here will not move. Okay? It won't move. Will it? Yeah. But theoretically, no. So I'm up here, I karate chop the floor. Why? I want to create tension in my whole back. The hidden core, right? Now, I roll up to that foot. Should be a Turkish roll up. I mean, I didn't name it, I just did it. So you go up to the floor here. Boom, just like that. Now, from here, I pose. Now here I want to get as much space between my hand with the belt and my elbow. So I open up. And I go to my palm. Same thing here, open up. I don't collapse here. See? You don't want to do this. Elbows locked, and I open up my chest nice and wide. See how tight this heel is to my butt? Now push off the floor and this hand, this foot, this hand. Boom. And this is where everybody should go. This is what you want to have. See this L I have on the floor? There's an L. My hand, my knee, my heel, my foot, right? An L. There's also another L here. See this hand here? Goes all the way down here. Another L, right? So now I know what the L I'm doing. so I'm going to hip hinge. See what I just did? Hip hinge. This is important. This is a differentiator. Toes on the ground. Hip hinge. Now watch. I come up. Now I did a windshield wipe. Toes on the ground. Windshield wipe. And I keep my periphery, the belt on my periphery. My arm is locked. Yeah, and back. And your wrist is to the ceiling. Fist. Make it fist. Fist. So now I'm going to push up this foot and this one. Stand up. Keep everything packed. Pat my leg. The tendency is to step back like this and narrow your stance. You don't want to. So you want to step back like this. Now if you have to adjust, you can adjust this foot. Now right from here, I'm going to hip hinge and windshield wipe. And slide my hand. Boom. I don't look at the floor. I look at the belt. I got a lump of metal above my head. Keep your eye on it. Push here, kick through. Everybody collapses here. Everybody bends their elbow. Don't. Pull, and roll back, and bring it into position. That would be the Turkish get-up. Now, we have a couple different ways to switch sides. One way, you never want to drag a bell across your body. I don't care how heavy it is. If you drag a 10-pound bell and it drops on your face, what's going to happen? Nothing good. It's going to suck. Okay? So don't do it. So you either can bring the bell around like this, right? Or cool and do that. Okay? So this is a get-up sit-up now. So we roll, press, karate chop. See, the leg is going to want to tilt it. Don't let it. Force it out. And I come back down. These toes stay up, driving the heel into the ground, and maintain that dorsiflexion. Up and down. Up and down. Okay? So, we're all going to try the get up. Okay? But first, we're going to do a naked get up. No, we got to keep our clothes on. It's a family place. Okay? But we're just not going to use a kettlebell. And the thing is that you want to, whenever you're having your client do this, the get up at first, don't have them use a bell. Just have them, just have them do it without any weight at all. All right, so for simplicity's sake, we'll do both sides, but no bells right now. You get the Nobel Prize. You gotta keep it interesting, right? So we'll all start with the right side and then we'll do the left, okay? All right, so we're here on our right side, fetal position. Now don't fall asleep now. I know, you're ready to go. So we're gonna roll to our back. Press the bell up. You should have your right knee bent, heel to the butt. Left leg extended out to the side. Karate chop with the left hand. Take left hand, karate chop the floor. 45-degree angle. Yeah.
I'm just backwards.
The other left. And roll to the elbow. Roll up to your elbow. Eyes on the bell.
I'm wrong, yeah.
Just switch on the bell. Switch now. Yes, yes.
The other side?
No, you're good. You're good. And now post onto the hand. This is tight, extended, right? Now I'm going to push off my hand, this one and this foot, and lift and come right here. This is where we're going to mess up. So don't jump there yet. You want to get here. You want to be in the side press position. So you want to be on your toes? I'm sorry, big guy. What you mean?
Right.
Right, yeah, on the toes. Now, what you want to do, now look at yourself. See, now this is where we can check. Make sure my heel is lined up with my foot, right? Make sure this hand is lined up, knee, heel, foot. So make sure it makes an L. If it's like this on the floor, that's not an L. You want to make sure you have that L on the floor. So, your name, Tina, your foot is like this. You want it like this. The other way. Yep. And now get that knee up higher, closer to your hand. The knee on the floor, get it closer to your hand.
This floor is hard.
So, right here, now I hip hinge, this is critical, the hip hinge, and then I turn. Now, we should be in a lunge, right? So you want to get on your toes, though, because you're going to drive off of it. If we're on the top of the foot, we are not taking advantage of proprioception. So from here, I'm going to push off of here, and go up. Now, we want to press. So now we're here in our press position, right? So we're going to tap the foot. So shoulder shrug. Yeah, no. Busted. Tap the leg. Step back. Good. Now, this foot, go like that. It's called a windshield leg. Stay on the toes. On the toes? Yeah, there you go. Now, slide the hand. Remember when you're a kid, you blew your nose? Wipe it. Good. Now right from here, foot, hand, kick. Keep that elbow up. Pull down.
Kick the back leg forward. Kick the back leg forward. Your left foot brings forward.
I got backwards.
And then roll to the back.
Oh, I like this one.
Good.
I was good up until then.
Okay. So now we're going to switch sides. Bring your bell over your head. Roll to your left side. Now on your left side. That's the one you hold up your hand, forefinger and thumb makes an L. And then roll to your back. Extend the right leg, dorsiflexion. Left heel is close to the butt. Press up. Karate chop. Roll to the elbow. Make it big. Chest big, chest big. Roll the palm. Chest big, chest big. Push on the floor with the hand and the foot. Oh yeah. Eyes on the bell. That's all good. And kick it through. You're kicking one leg through, that's why. That's what you're missing about too. So you don't want to have the foot here. You want to have it like this. So you see where your heel is.
Which heel? My right heel, my left
Your
heel?
right foot should be that way.
That's
your left.
Yeah.
Your right foot should be that way.
Which way? This way?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to be like this. You're like this. You want to be like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. My right foot should be.
Your other right foot.
Face the other direction.
Yes. There you go. All right. So now we come up tall. Lock the elbow. Wrist straight. Yep. You want to have this nice line here. And stand. Tap the leg. Step back. Windshield wipe. See this? Windshield wipe. I'm going to give you an option for that too, because some people are having an issue. Kick the leg through. Roll to the elbow. Eyes on the belt. Roll to the back. Good. All right. Okay. All right. So I want you to sit up. Watch one more time. Yep. Not bad. Not bad. Listen. First time doing it. Yeah. Guys, go. Yo, you can't have that. Guys, squish in a little bit. I'll go back here. Squish in a little bit. So, I'm going to show you an option to the windshield wipe. What you do is you place your foot, you pick it up, and put it back down. So, from here. Okay, so as opposed to windshield wiping, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come like this. Put the foot here, and I put it here. And then I stand. And then I go like this. See what I did?
Is that a I see it, but I can't remember it. I have to do
It's
it.
okay,
with
yeah,
my
of
brain.
course. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Okay, so let's all do that one, okay?
Do you want us to try
try with the kettlebell?
No bell yet, no bell yet. No bell yet. We're having a no bell yet. No bell yet. Okay, so let's go on to our right side. Okay, right side, Clyde. Right. Roll to the back. Press up the bell.
Which is in our right hand, right?
So the right hand is high. Left leg is out. Yep, right knee is bent. Other right hand. Switch, there you go. Karate chop with the left hand. Roll to the elbow. Roll to the palm. Kick the leg through. Now from here, we hip hinge. I bring the foot forward. So now I'm gonna lunge.
That sounds confusing.
Oh my goodness.
Now stand. Okay. Tap the leg, step back.
What's the tapping for?
So you do which leg step in.
I'm just checking.
And I will tell you what, I keep my hands on there so I can slide it off. So it stays in line. So it's got two
I
reasons.
thought it was a Russian thing.
You must slap slide. Here. So open the door like this, right? Now keep that hand, that one slap. Just slide it. Because you don't want to look at it. You don't want to look at the floor. How do you keep in line with your knee? Slide it right off that knee. And it's in line with the knee, right? And I kick the leg through. Other leg. Stand, yeah. That's good. Roll to the elbow. And roll to your back. You gotta get friendly over there. Good. And change sides. So we take the kettlebell, go around our head. Now we're on our left side.
The best part is trying to teach us
Roll to your back. Extend the right leg. Press with the left hand. Left knee is bent. Karate chop the floor. Roll to your elbow. Roll to your palm. Push on this foot and the hand. Elbow straight. Kick through. Hip hinge. And turn. So now we're in a lunge. Lift that foot. So pick your foot up, put it that way. Go that way with the lead leg. No, the other foot. Pick it up, put it that way. Ah, there you go. Now stand. Good. Tap the leg. Tap the leg. Step back. Now, the foot that's out in front, take it and go like this. Slide the hand. Oh, off the knee. The knee. No, the knee. But keep it in line with the knee though. Keep it in line with the knee. Yes, there you go. Push and kick the leg through. Good. To the elbow. And to the back. And bring it in. All right. That is the get up. I'm going to review the get up set again. And then when we're doing this pair up, we'll spend some time on it. Pair up though. One person at a time so you can cue and ask us, okay, if you have any, need any technical expertise. I'll show the get up set up one more time. Okay?
Can you turn your back to us so
We can hear you. Yeah, there you go.
I never want to turn my back in the audience. So it's not, that's rude. You turn your back on us. This is so terrible. Okay, get up, set up. And then to go into the full get up.
Exercise is doing this. The most important thing, especially when you get clients and you start using weight, that bell is always going to the ceiling. You don't, if your arm is coming forward, you lack the stability and strength in your scapula, you're not keeping that pack back. And if you start doing this, and you're getting up like this, now we think I'm crashing down. So eyes on the bell the entire time. Find a fixed point in the ceiling and keep the fist there.
I don't care who you are. If you take your eye off the bell, it's going to heck. So keep your eye on that bell the whole time. Because remember, you have a big lump of metal, even 10 pounds, that lands on your noggin, it can do some serious damage, right? So always keep your eye on the bell. And that will, if you take your eye off, it will dip forward. It will, okay?
Starting with a shoe, right? Starting with a shoe or boxing board or whatever. Have them do this, right? Because if I start moving, the shoe falls. Start back over, and because they'll know where the weak point is, and it's not a weight, but they'll keep the arm in the right position.
You're having some fun. All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. Let's spread out a little bit. This room up here.
So why
I'm not super good at it, but I can do it. So like
you're doing this.
Anyone you know?
Actually go towards the elbow, then come up.
Okay, now I can.
Right, because then it stacks the shoulder. Stack the shoulder. And then up here. Okay?
I was just trying to.
Oh, no, that's fine.
It's easier to have somebody you follow. I don't know how you do it.
Okay, so now we go into that position. Okay? Eyes on the belt. Sit our hand on the hips. The reason why we do that is because I have a heavy weight, I'm not gonna be able to switch out. Now my head straight. And I'm lowering my lap. That's the most important thing. My wrist, grab the belt. Yes. Stack, hold. Here. Come down. I start to go on the belt and go to my windshield wiper.
But
I bring
the
my
way they
legs
did it,
through.
like the movements in the feet, my feet were like
Elbows
that.
up.
Right now they have certain angles in the legs,
Back down.
and mine isn't. So we watch it. Oh, so it's here.
Can we do it again?
Lay right here, so you can lay right here.
Okay, you ready? Want me to do the other side so you can watch me?
That's okay, I just want to follow.
Yeah.
Windshield wiper, other hand. Eyes go straight ahead. Eyes back on the belt. Windshield wiper. We're going through. Eye your shoulder. Drop the elbow. Or if you're watching it, you can do the same side. Yeah, do your left. Okay. So grab on left side. Roll up. Chop. Yep.
You guys got about 5 minutes left. I want to get one more exercise in before we go. Rick, where you at? Where are you at?
In Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville?
Yeah, I'm in Orange Park, right outside of Jacksonville. We're literally a mile away from the line.
From where?
From the county line,
Yeah.
from Clay to Duval, we're a mile away from the line. We've been there for 7 years.
Oh, yeah. Where were you before that?
So I've lived in Jacksonville in the area since I was my father's military.
Oh, okay.
So I came here in '98. We've been here some time.
I used to have a wrestling tournament down there.
You had a what?
Did a wrestling tournament down there. Used to come
Oh,
down
yeah.
Yeah, around Christmas time.
Okay. Yeah, I got a friend of mine who's big into martial arts, and they go all kind of places and do it. Jiu-jitsu. I think I did some jiu-jitsu. Like 5 doors down from my house. I moved in like the past year, but I'm not going there and getting some. But it's a lot of, I've done it, but it's a lot of like knees, my knees on the ground.
How old are you?
43.
20 years old.
Days off of that.
Tell you what,
I don't want to be the only thing.
yeah, but do do that? Take my time. Well, if I do the whole thing, I'll take.
Sometimes I'll ask, and I go,
I got the whole thing focused on the knee.
Oh, you did?
So bodybuildmethod.com, you can turn to your, at the master Phil. Phil. My name is
Okay.
Okay, Dean, I want to show you one more before we wrap up. This is another one for the hidden core. You're all familiar with RDLs, right? So, what I'm going to do is pack the shoulder, engage the lat, keep everything taut. Soft knee here, soft knee, and I pull myself down. This would be an ipsilateral one. This is ipsilateral. Now, if I was going to do contralateral, I have the other foot. I'm keeping my shoulders and my hips square the whole time, right? Talk about working proprioception and also our balance and neuromuscular conditioning. This is fantastic. These are part of like my morning routine. Like I want to do these. Why? We got to focus on what? Balance. Keeping that core strong. The number one killer for elderly is what? Falls. Right? How many people practice this kind of stuff? I have all my clients practice. You want to get a little more, difficult, have a little more fun with it? Do this one. One more force.
If you're having a hard time with your keeping your hips square, and you are doing with the belt, and you have it on the opposite side, now holding on to this thing, you put the stick on the foot, pack your shoulder back, right, and then this will help me keep my hips square.
Good
I
too.
push myself back, and then come back up, and keep both shoulders packed back.
Excellent, excellent.
Yep. Lock your arm.
Team, you guys are awesome. We'll do something here. Excellent. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. There's a bunch of ways to get in touch with us. We have a group over there. Feel free to stop by. Check out my YouTube channel. There's like 1,000 videos on it. It's at the Master Phil.
Is that so like if I wanted to do some of the slides,
Just send it to me. Just email me.
what's your email?
It's up there. Just contact me on the website. Just shoot me an email.
So you were a very good partner.
Yeah, that's
Ray, I'm Rachel.
And don't forget to see well-rounded goal.
It's got a cane. So you have to keep still. I had a lot of videos on it. If you go to my website first, great work.
Good job.
Information in the college.
Strength and honor.
Exactly where these go back?
Just on one of the back.